What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's going on with NIO, Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening with the overall market moving forward, what's going on with other factors involving those stocks, and what you should be watching for as time goes on as we have more important developments happening. But before I begin the devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, deposit $100, you are guaranteed 7 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon, just a couple of weeks. Anyways, for NIO, we're continuing to uptrend as time has gone on, and we did approach the $6 resistance, which is not too bad as the stock is continuing to uptrend. So with that happening, I think that NIO is doing a very, very great job at climbing, and I think that there's a lot of buyers stepping in, and we're starting to see a lot of bulls once again defending the overall markets as well. So there is more potential for upside looking at the way things are moving, and I think that we could see higher targets being made. But I first want to talk about some data for tomorrow before I break down the charts. So tomorrow is going to be Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. Do not forget that at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Economic Optimism Index coming out. And then we also have Kashkari giving a speech at 11:30 a.m. Kashkari is known for being a little bit more hawkish, so this could be a little negative for the markets. But besides that, we just have some note auctions and very minor data. So most of the data is very minor. We do have Kashkari giving a speech that could affect things, but that's pretty much it. Might not be that bad. For earnings, don't forget that for tomorrow we have Walt Disney, we have Crocs and Nikola, then we have Rivian and a few others. But for today, after the market closed, we just got Palantir and Lucid that just announced their earnings. Palantir shares are down about 3%, as they had lower than expected guidance. Sadly, EPS was as expected. Their revenue was a slight beat at $634 million. And besides that, I just wanted to make it very clear that their guidance was just not the best. It came a little bit short of what many of these analysts were expecting. So you can see it right over here. They did actually sign very, very big contracts, and their guidance was expected to be a little bit stronger than before. But with this coming out like this, things are still not as great. For Lucid, the stock is down on a Q1 loss. It's confirmed that its Gravity SUV is on track for a late 2024 launch. So that's pretty good news, but their revenue is about $172.7 million, topping expectations, which is not bad. And also, their loss per share came in at a 30-cent higher than estimates of 25 cents. So it's not as bad. And then besides that, with the forecast coming out, we did see that bit of a loss that was also coming out. So that happening, with more costs basically remaining relentless, they believe that Gravity is on track to become the best SUV in the world. That's what the CEO basically said. And with that happening, we ended up seeing a big change in volatility. So not the worst of earnings for them, but despite that, the share price is still down, and we ended up seeing some changes, at least despite these Q1 losses. On top of this, as you guys know about NIO, there's still a lot of momentum building after they had a very, very strong deliveries report, delivering 15,620 deliveries in April. On top of this, we also saw a very, very nice amount of growth at about 134% of an increase, and that's very, very awesome to hear. On top of this, I just wanted to say that they're going to unveil the Envo L60 to launch the mass market EV sub brand, so it's pretty good for them. And on top of this, they're going to be talking about a $30,000 price tag, and that's actually going to be very important. So nice launches are coming, a lot of great growth, and they are making plans to enter the US by 2025. So there's been a lot of talk about that. We'll see how things go with geopolitical issues. Despite that, they're also entering more partnerships and looking at more investments to be made, especially when it comes to making their longer lasting batteries. So that's some good news for NIO. That's come out. And we also have McGuire giving them once again a neutral rating. I didn't see anything else changing from here. The price-price ratio is going up as NIO is gaining some strength. We have a tendency of seeing more volatility at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and also during the final hour of the day. And also, when it comes to seasonality, we have a tendency of seeing green about 55% of the time on Tuesdays, and other changes like this. So, with all this happening, I just wanted to say that there's some growth coming for NIO. Volume is at about 75 million, so that's actually above average, and we're seeing some nice growth thanks to that. And we'll see what else ends up changing from here. On top of this, I just want to say that we got short volume at about 53%, so it's a bit of a shift, and we'll see if anything else changes moving forward. With that being said, I wanted to make it very clear that from the way the market is moving right now, we're actually seeing some growth that is coming out for NIO, not looking too bad. And right now, we're continuing to uptrend well above our moving averages as we're approaching the $6 level of resistance, and the chart still remains bullish as time goes on. Now, NIO is a stock that likes to kind of dip a little bit in the mornings before it tries to get a nice bounce during the afternoons. So I wouldn't be surprised if we actually approach our support down here at this 5.66 area. So it might dip a little bit, come a little bit lower to the 5.5 range before it tries to come back up. And I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually try to make our way closer to $6 again. So I anticipate some upside is a very, very strong possibility. On top of all of this, when it comes to SPY ended on a very, very strong note with very, very nice growth. And it looks to me like it's going to be heading for 518.5 as soon as tomorrow. And if we break that, our imbalance is going to take us all the way up to about 520. Those are the two next levels. SPY is still looking bullish, and there's no sign of this slowing down yet. So it could be getting very close to all-time highs again. For now, the chart is bullish. I don't think it's going to last forever, but we are looking bullish. I think SPY is going to be flying to the 520 plus area if we break 518.5. And as of right now, since we're at this resistance at 516.5, we're going to likely start shooting to the higher targets. We did call out this resistance as well right here. I want to talk about this. It's very, very minor. It's nothing too crazy, but there is potential for this to go even higher as we have this minor resistance right here to break this 516.8 area. Break that, and our next target is going to be 518.5 and 520. There's a lot of potential for SPY to go higher. For Tesla, the chart is looking more bullish. We're actually trading on the 4-hour time frame. This looks to me like it's going to be approaching 188 very soon, if not 190. We're seeing a nice accumulation phase, and it's looking bullish overall. So I think that 188 is coming, and eventually 190. The QQQ, we managed to reach the notorious 440 breaking resistance at 439. So that's a great piece of news. We're going to be looking at basically 441 and eventually higher levels such as the 442 area above that. So we're looking pretty good right now. I'm looking at some more potential volatility that's coming. We'll be looking at this high right here at 442.5 above that. And then we also have higher levels above there too. So there is going to likely be more upside coming. I think that the QQQ is looking bullish, and I do believe that this is going to likely play out. Nvidia is also looking more bullish as we're approaching resistance right here. Break that 920 area, and then we're eventually going to get to 930. So 930 looks very, very possible. I think there's a very good chance that that is going to be reached, and there is more upside potential for Nvidia. On top of all of that, we have Aapl. Aapl is also holding up very, very well. We're trying to hold support at this support at 181.36. We have resistance at 182.5. Apple's going to likely rebound a bit tomorrow to the 182.5 area, and eventually 183.5. So I think there's going to be a small rebound and some sideways price action after that. But with that being said, guys, that's what I'm seeing for the markets thus far. Amazon continues to remain bullish right now as we have 190 as potential targets. We also have Meta also looking quite bullish. We have basically 472 being approached, and I think there's a very good chance that that could end up being met. So we'll just have to see how things go, but that's what I'm seeing on the charts this far, and I just wanted the best for everyone. So with that being said, the market's looking very bullish right now. We have more upside potential coming. The charts look bullish right for now. We'll see how things react to resistance, and this could also help NIO approach that $6 area. Look for a dip in the morning for NIO, back to our key support at this 5.6 to 5.5 area, then a bounce. I think that this could easily go up to 5.8 again and eventually try to make its way up to $6. So give it some time, do what you have to do, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and peace out.